How's everybody doing? Just getting ready to come down and check out the boat here. Parked it here last night. We had some issues. Started taking on some water, but I think we got that figured out. Kind of show you what we got going on here. Kind of had a scare. I thought my boat was gone, but I forgot I parked in a different spot yesterday. Just kind of got this boat. It's just a little 10-foot John boat with a mud motor on it, 7-horse, stage 1. Got an exhaust on it. Sounds about like a lawnmower. I'd like to get a better exhaust on it. I don't like people knowing where I'm at. I'm trying to remember exactly where I parked it because like I said, I was having some issues with it flooding, and I was just happy to be the hell out of the water. But next time Mo will duly note where my boat is parked. Oh, that's a sight for sore eyes. She's still there. Like I said, I got in a hurry. Kind of just tied her up wherever it was. Wasn't real sure about how the tie off was or anything, but it looks like must have done a good enough job. Wood River came up a little overnight, so I mean it took on a little water, but I'm gonna get her upright in here and bail the water out. I'll show you kind of what I got going on here. I don't have a bail bucket or anything. I like to keep things as compact as possible. So what I'm gonna do is just drink the rest of this because I'm parched from the hike over here, and cut the top off here where it squares up, and get that water bailed out of there, and we'll be heading downstream to our next honey hole. So we got it back in the water, but in order to get it off that steep incline, the back end's got to go down. There's a lot of weight back there. Took on a lot more water doing that, so right now I'm just trying not to lose the boat. I'm gonna take it downstream here a little bit to where I can get down to it without getting in it, because it will sink. We'll get it down there and we'll get down by the water level and bail it out, then we'll be downstream. As you can see, the bank is really steep. I couldn't find a close enough spot to get down here and bail all this water out, so I just kind of set sail, jumped in, kneeled up here on one of the seats here. Hopefully there'll be a sandbar here pretty close. I'm trying not to take on any more water, could be bad. But I see a sandbar up there on the right. We're gonna try to get over there, beach this thing, and then we'll get all the water out. Then will be time to head downstream and find some more mushrooms.
Well, I don't know if you can hear me, but I got most of the water out of it. Got the motor started up, so this is what's going to be taking us down river. Just got a prop on the end of it, little motor off of any, just a regular motor, 7-horse, off a lawnmower or anything. And then we got a throttle right here. So we're gonna see if we can't get downstream now. Kind of pushes back into the bank. We don't have reverse on it here. So I'm just gonna wait until we kind of flip around here a little bit. Get out here, and now we'll see if we can't flip a 180 here. And that baby, she can go right in the mud. That's why I call it a mud motor, sand, anything. Usually takes about 6 inches of water to float me. But it's just kind of getting shallow out here, so I gotta turn around, get back into that channel. We're hitting. hitting bottom right there. I'd say we need 6 to 8 inches of water. This is a newer setup for me, so it's just as new to you guys as it is to me, pretty much. Trying to get used to it. Moving right along now. Got that deeper stuff here. So we're gonna head down river, maybe 7 miles like this here. She goes about 10 miles an hour down river, 10 to 15, and I don't know, 5% up. But see you guys when we get there. Had a flood come through here a couple years ago. Really messed a lot of stuff up.
Well, I kind of screwed myself here, but I haven't been down here this year. The river changed a little bit, so I come down a place that used to be the main channel, and well, it didn't turn into much. So I had to beach here before I hit the real bad stuff, and then I'm stuck out there walking through the water in my shoes. So I'm just pulled up here on my portage it over here to the deeper part of the river and stay in the main channel. I'm only about 2 miles from my destination, so making good time. Well guys, it got really windy. I made it to my destination. Had to park on the sandbar a little upriver, but we'll kind of stick to the river and go down to the property. It's my buddy's property. We'll go in there, and I passed up a public property on the way down. Just thought about stopping, but it's getting pretty late in the night or the day to be downriver this far. I want to get some headlights mounted, light bar up here and stuff. It'll be good at night, but till then, I don't want to be caught out here after dark. But I did bring my sleeping bag along and everything I need to live till tomorrow, if necessary. So we're good there. I kept you out of the wind so I could talk, but I'll flip you around here and kind of show you what's going on. It'll probably be loud from the wind. So there's my sleeping bag. I got all my good stuff in here. All the stuff I need to keep dry. Ponchos, might rain. My sleeping bag. Waterproof bivvy to sleep in. My butt pad. Fuel. This thing does use quite a bit of fuel, but it's handier than hell. So now that I'm stopped and parked, bring that motor up out of the water here and you flip her around. Try to anyway. I'll have to get something mounted to me so I don't have to hold my phone and do stuff at the same time. Yeah, matter of fact, I ain't gonna be able to get out there far enough with my hand to flip this damn thing around. So what I'm gonna do is just prop it downstream. I'll just put that baby right down right there. And kind of use that as an anchor. Just leave that up. I am tied off here to this, but it's not real strong. But they got gauges for the river. Don't look like it's gonna come up, so I know my boat's safe here for the time being. And well, let's head up into the woods, see if we can find some mushrooms. All right, we're just getting back up into the woods here off the river. First thing I found. Got all of his teeth yet? Oh, it's a her. Somebody shot a doe. Dumped the carcass out here. Just little fun trinkets, you know, I like to decorate with. You could do neat things with it. It might not look neat right now, but kind of a smaller one. Might have been coyotes that got this one, I'm not sure. Hey everybody, we made it back in the woods here. Wind died down back here, it's real nice. Real tolerable. It is pretty chilly to be out mushroom hunting, but we had a warm spell before this, so I know they're up. I've been out upstream, but not down this far. So, not sure what we're gonna find, but I had to make the trip to check it out. And if there's nothing here, then we'll go back to that public ground on the way back upstream. But it's looking pretty promising here. So you turn the camera around and show you guys what's going on. As you can see, the dandelions are out, which is a real good sign of that. Not far behind the dandelions, you get the morel mushrooms. So as you can see, it looks real promising around here. This is one of my better areas I like to hunt. Had a fire here a couple years back, so that kind of helps. Mushrooms, for some reason, nobody knows really, but fires help. If they knew, then they wouldn't be worth so much. So I like it this way. So I'm just gonna walk around blindlessly. Well, not blindlessly, I kind of know what to look by, but you know, good groups of trees like this and stuff that are rotting. Usually elm trees I like, but there is quite a few elm trees out here. Cedar trees, but right now they'll kind of be out in the open. It's the beginning of the season here in Nebraska, so I'm kind of looking in the more open areas, you know, where the sun hits mostly. Later in the year, I'll be checking under cedars like that and stuff. 55 degrees about. There's arguments about it, but about 55 degrees it'll pop. So whenever the ground temperature gets that, so obviously out in the open first, and then in dense forests under pine trees and stuff after that. So we're gonna look around here and I'll let you guys know if I find anything. Found a nice little bottom here. Looks like for some reason they like it and stuff like this. I don't know why, but they say south facing hills. There's a lot of random stuff that people say. I just try to listen to everybody and then come up with my own thesis. So the reason I started recording though is I do see one, guys. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll tell you, it's in front of the camera right now. Spot it right there. Good old Nebraska Morel. That's a gray. Them grays usually grow earlier in the year, which I like to see because that means the year's just begun. Yellows grow bigger usually. And there are yellows out right now, I do know that, but where there's one, there's more. So I'm gonna kind of look around here a little bit, guys, and I think it's gonna be a good day. Well, no luck yet, guys, but if they were gonna be somewhere, you sure think they'd be in this stuff. It looks like absolute prime mushroom hunting ground, but if you see all these little plants, they're all over. I don't know what the hell they are, some kind of bush, but in my years of experience, I've been finding that mushrooms don't like to grow around them. So I'm kind of bummed out that this spot's getting so full of all these bushes. I think it steals the nutrients or something from them. But I'm coming to the conclusion I'm just too early. I hope that's the case, but I did find one, so I know they're here somewhere. It's just not really worth my time to wander around and find a pound or two, because I try to make a living off these for the time being when they're in season. So yeah, I need to find better spots, so I'll probably stay upstream from now on until it warms up here in a few days. I think it's going to. But if they ain't in this stuff, man, I'm telling you, they just are not gonna be here, I don't think, very thick. I'm gonna head to the other side of the property. There's a better spot over there for the beginning of the year. I'm gonna check that, but if that ain't there, we're heading back upstream. Really greened up over here. Kind of like this side. We got that little guy there. He's pretty dried up already. I don't know how the hell that happens. He must have come out early. Like I said, we had that warm front. He might have popped in. So he's pretty dried out. I probably won't even be able to sell him, but you know, that don't matter because I need something to eat too. So I just keep the worst ones of them and sell the other ones. People wonder why I sell them. How could you sell such succulent things? But you know, 25, 30 bucks a pound. I don't know about you, but I think I'd rather be eating a prime rib. I mean, these things are good and all, but a prime rib meal sounds like a fair trade for a pound of mushrooms. But I get my fair share out of the ones that I can't sell, so we're gonna keep checking this place out. It looks like it's gonna get pretty good. Man, you want to talk about a perfect recipe for mushrooms? I seen a place earlier. This is a damn good place too. Now, I ain't just saying that either. It is. You got one here. Pick him, and then I look up every time I'm picking a mushroom, and you can use your ground level view to see the next one. And while I'm down here, I'm looking around trying to find another one. I don't really see any. I know they're here though. We'll keep looking. So I think when I was walking in here, I see this one. That's a nice yellow. That means it's the ground's getting primed. And yellows come later after the grays. But I seen that one there, and I looked over, and I don't know where he's at now. Of course, you can find it when you're looking hard. But so I kind of walked in up here under this elm, and then they started popping out at me. And now I'm distracted. I forget my phone out. I ain't really seeing them. But guys, it's a honey hole. I just got to get down there and pick them. There's probably at least 20 to 30 mushrooms here. So that's it, guys. That was all of that one spot. Ain't that picture perfect? Just wanted to kind of fill anybody in that might be new to mushroom hunting. You get stuff like that, it's not a big deal. That'll cut right off. and it'll eat just the same. You get some dried out ones. You just cut that dried out top off, or even eat it if you want. It ain't gonna hurt you. This one here, she's pretty bad, but you know what I'm gonna do to that one is just cut it right in half, and there's a lot of good meat left on that baby. I left this one here. A lot of people I see, they pick them like this. People have whole bags. Don't do that, you guys. They see all these little roots here. I do this for educational purposes. I usually pick them off where it's cracked there. I kind of started to, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pull it out. So all of the root system goes underground. I maybe found all these within a 30 foot by 30 foot area. Maybe a little bigger than that, but it's all from the same root system, and you don't want to pull them roots up. You leave them in the ground because they're going to reproduce next year. They'll be here hot again. Remember this spot? So you want to pinch them off like this. Just go up, just pinch them off, and that stays in the ground. And you got all. You're not going to eat that anyways, so leave it in the ground. So yeah, this spot's actually starting to produce, guys. It still looks like it's, from judging by the mushrooms, it's still pretty early in the season here. We're gonna get an 80-degree day here in a few days, and pretty excited about that. But we got to get the ones that are out now, otherwise they're gonna fry. So we're gonna keep at it. So here we are. I don't know, I've probably been out here maybe an hour and a half. Like I said, I was just coming to check it out. A little upset. Found about 1.5 pounds maybe, but that ain't bad, you know, 25, 35 bucks. Just to sit out here and take a stroll through the woods. Come on. That's just fine with me. A little boat ride. Do some catfishing tonight. Unless we're out here. I gotta leave like right now to give me enough time. I'm lotting about an hour and 15 minutes to get home. That's including twilight. A half hour after the sun goes down. So I'm doing a last stroll through kind of some hot spots that I knew were here in the past. And then I gotta hightail it upstream, or we're stuck here for the night. Hopefully nothing goes wrong on the way home, or we'll be camped out on a sandbar, which is fine too. You know, that'll make for a good night. But I don't have a battery or anything with me for my charger for my phone, so kind of got to be careful there. I want to keep you guys updated. I'll get a battery pack. I'm even thinking about bringing my generator on the boat, is what I've been thinking about. You know, you can stop anywhere and make it home. You got electricity right there. I got a real compact, quiet one I can put on my boat. So I think that's what I'll do. And wherever I decide to stop, I can just stay for as long as I want, really. Be self-sufficient. So I've just been kind of looking around these roots and stuff. Seen a few good spots, but nothing. Just that one hot spot we had, really. Yeah, otherwise it's been groups of 1 and 2s. A little upset. Seems like they cut about every damn tree out of here, but it's not my land, so I have no say in any of that. I don't think it's going to be as bountiful as it's always been. So we come down here to take a look, and we did that. It's good for some pounds, but it's not quite the hot spot it used to be. So we're going to hightail it back upstream here in about 15 minutes. About the time it'll take me to get over there, so see you then. Well, we made it. Sun looks like it's definitely starting to set. Let's see what time it is. 7:08, sunset. I believe it sets 7:30. So we got 40 minutes, maybe, or so, of sunlight. So we're gonna haul ass up there. Hopefully we don't have Use a sleeping bag tonight. Motor's still wedged in there where we left her. Just been sitting here taking this view in. Wanted to share it with you guys. Beautiful evening. It warmed up. Excited to take this boat ride upstream as long as we make it there in time. I'm kind of slacking off when I'm supposed to be on the water, but that's all right. This is why we're out here, just to enjoy it. I got enough battery. I'm going to do some recording on the way back. It looks like I can record up to 6 minutes, maybe more. It says 12, but I want that for when we land upstream. So, yeah, I'll do some clips on the way upstream. If I see something cool or something, or just record if you guys want to ride with me. Otherwise, just kind of fast forward it 4 minutes, skip ahead. We'll be back docking up, hopefully not flooding the boat out this time. See y'all upstream. Well, here we sit in the middle of the Loop River. I could do it right here if you're wondering, but I'm stuck because I had to coast into here after I ran out of gas. Yeah, the boots ain't waterproof, I can tell you that. Time to invest in some mucks. There's a lot of weight on the back of that motor. I'm gonna pivot that around here. The other way because there's a gas tank there. All we gotta do is get it into there and we'll be good. Oh, there's a little deeper water. Kind of a float. Enough for that motor to push, but you gotta remember I gotta get my fat ass in there too. So I'm gonna pull it up here, drift in the bank, and then we'll fill her up and be on our way. We're stuck on a sandbar. I'm gonna have to get my feet wet, but I got waterproof boots on, but you know what that means. They ain't always waterproof. I just gotta get into a little deeper water, and we ran out of gas. So I kind of wish I had a buddy here with me, you know, like, well, you didn't fill it up with gas. So we're gonna pull up on the sandbar, fill the gas up, and we'll be back on the way.
Made it just in time for sundown. Beautiful view. Made her back. Got her docked here. What I did was just took this tree root. Obviously it ain't going nowhere, but they're pretty pliable. So I just folded it kind of in a bow like that. That way that springs out and you tie that in there. It ain't going nowhere. I gotta check the water, but I don't think it's supposed to come up. If it does, this will break the current here, and it'll just kind of sit up here against land and do its thing. We'll be down in the morning. Check it out.